Susanna hears that all England's mobilizing.
Well,
Well, we're stuck out here in the middle of nowhere while all this is going on.
thank God for that.
When it comes to historical epic dramas, I'm not a big fan. When it comes to story of heartbreak and forbidden love, again, I'm not the biggest fan. And I am a fan of stories with allegories, metaphors, and the human spirit. In the past, my wife had to chain me down to watch a movie like that. But for this review, it was me who suggested it. Maybe I've become this big softy in my old age. But does it make the movie any good? Let's find out. I'm Meffistoe. Like, share, and subscribe because this is my review of the movie Legends of the Fall. Legends of the Fall is an epic historical Western drama directed by Edward Zwick and written by Susan Shilladay and William D. Whitliff. And it is based upon a novella by the same name written by Jim Harrison. Even though the movie revolves around the estate of the Ludlow family in the outskirts of Helena, Montana, the movie was mostly shot in Alberta, Canada, and other Canadian locations with the mountainous background. Usually I'll give you one or two details behind the production, but it seems like everything was chugging along nicely. It was only in 2024 that director Zwick revealed in his memoirs that Brad Pitt was very difficult to work with, and the two clashed constantly about the direction of the character. Plus, apparently, Pitt didn't like how the movie ended, and he was vocal about it.
Don't mind my brother, your dog has more breeding than he has.
The story of the movie revolves around the lives of the Ludlow family, beginning with Bill Ludlow, who quits his position in the US Army because he did not like how they treated the Native Americans. He brought with him to Montana his wife and his best friend, a Native American called One Stab, who never spoke a word of English, even though he understood it very, very well. It is through the words of One Stab that we get to hear the story unfold, as he tells it to an unknown individual and through a translator.
I have these letters, many letters. They are from all of them.
After the Ludlows settle down on the farm and have children, a few things are apparent. Isabel Ludlow, Bill's wife, is not suited for the life in the wilderness. And Tristan, their second-born, was a wild child, almost to the point of killing himself trying to kill a grizzly.
Every warrior hopes a good death will find him. But Tristan couldn't wait.
As the years go by, the three Ludlow boys grow up, and it is Samuel, the youngest, who comes back home from Harvard, bringing his fiancée Susanna with him. Samuel, even though he is the youngest, is the one pushing for the family to stand up for tyranny in Europe, since it is 1914 and the Great War is raging.
Father, with my fluent German, I could become an officer.
Yes, and lead other young boys to the slaughter and be slaughtered yourself.
The men who served under you worshipped you.
But another war, a secret war, is raging in the Ludlow family. Alfred, the oldest, and Tristan both take a liking to Susanna and stay away from her out of respect. But the boundaries are broken and the fractures between the siblings are formed as Samuel, despite his father's wishes, is adamant on joining the war, and his brothers are there to back him up and protect him.
I know that God's mercy will protect me, aided considerably by Tristan, who seems to have come to France less to fight the Germans than to act as a nursemaid to me.
The three enlist as Susanna stays behind to wait at the farm, but when one of them doesn't return, how does that affect her, Bill, and the other two remaining brothers?
Just give him a goddamn beer! Tristan, stay out of it here! I said stay out of it! Damn you. You're a damn fool!
As I described it, Legends of the Fall is an epic historical Western drama, and it hits all those four elements. It is epic because it is shot as one, even though the only real large-scale, multi-extra scenes that come close are the war scenes, which are very, very few. But the grandeur of the landscape you see in the farmland in Montana is amazing, and it serves as a beautiful canvas in which the movie is happening. It is a Western, not because people haul cattle or wear cowboy hats and have guns, but it is a tale of a farm under constant duress by people who want to tear it down. Gangsters, the law, and even the government. It is historical, not just by portraying the World War and the horrified nature it was, but it is also showing the transition between the Old West and the new modern era, and how modernism encroaches into the way of life in the small little farm. After all, the movie starts with the American Indian War and kind of ends post prohibition. But all that backdrop only serves to fuel the dramatical story that involves one family torn apart by love and grief, and the calling of the wild for one particular member who's the center of it all, Tristan.
Or did you seduce her just to spite me?
It's not what I did.
And what about Samuel?
What about Samuel?
Brad Pitt playing Tristan was probably the best choice at the time for that particular role. Pitt is a fantastic actor that can play villains, heroes, and even anti-heroes. Tristan was a really good showcase of what Brad could do in a movie that you have acting powerhouses like Anthony Hopkins, Aidan Quinn, and Julia Ormond. Brad Pitt stands out from the rest and is the best performer in the movie. And in this one unique character, you can see inspiration for other future characters that he played. Aldo Raine from Inglourious Bastards, Rusty Raine from Ocean's 11, and even David Mills from Seven. And in a year where Brad Pitt had 2 movies coming out, the second being Interview with a Vampire, his Legends of the Fall performance was a clear winner of the 2.
We're talking about my future wife.
Oh, you're not gonna fuck her?
No.
No?
No, I'm planning to be with her.
I recommend fucking.
Legends of the Fall is one of those movies that I don't normally watch since they don't particularly interest me, but I do end up watching them and really enjoying myself. They tell not only a slice of life from somewhere else in a different time and a different place, but they tell us about ourselves. Because yes, this is a different time and a different place, but the drama and the story behind the characters seems to be timeless. Their choices and their ambitions seems to not tie into any particular time or place. And through these lives that we see, we get to experience emotions that are deep inside us. Legends of the Fall has plenty of sadness, love, hate, regret, and depression. And of course, consequences of dealing with them within this family environment, where everything is supposed to be up front, but a lot of it is hidden beneath the surface. I will happily recommend you pick up this movie to watch, and please try and watch it with a loved one, because at the end, one of you or both will need a hug.
You suggesting I become a bootlegger?
Good money, bootlegger. You know what you're doing.
I thank you for watching, and remember, hope is a good thing, maybe even the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I'll see you on the next video.